Hi everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni, and you can probably guess that I'm just like recording one of these after another, but I'm just posting them one day at a time. So today's June 22nd that I'm recording this, and I wanted to, during the time when I didn't record any videos, besides starting this new thing with Mary and Martha, I also, before I even knew about Mary and Martha, I was kind of going through something that it was good, but I had to really spend a lot of time thinking and praying, and so that was part of the reason why I didn't do videos for a while. And it's kind of hard to explain, but it was like, I know this is a no-brainer, but the difference between knowing something and having it really register are two different things. It finally got through to me that Bill wasn't coming back. And yeah, I mean, I already knew that. I knew that he's gone. And by the way, it's been almost a year and it still feels like just yesterday. Not just yesterday, but maybe like a couple months ago. When I think that it's been almost a year, it's like, how is that even possible? He was here just yesterday, just a week ago or something. And so that's kind of hard. But what I mean when I say that I finally realized that he wasn't coming back was that I think in a lot of ways I was trying to keep things up for him, as if he was going to be back, because he left on a trip, and I don't know if that made it different for me than if he had been like going to the grocery store and got into an accident, but he was going to be gone for a week. And so I feel like for like almost 11 months, I was trying to keep things up for him for when he came back, and I was trying to keep things going, and my decisions were being made as if he was going to be part of them. I don't even know if that makes sense to you. I think it will make sense to people who have lost a spouse, but to people who haven't, it probably sounds like I'm crazy. I promise you I'm not, because I've talked to a lot of women who have been through the same thing. And it finally occurred to me that I need to make decisions for me, just me, not for us. And, and there were a lot of decisions that I was making because this is what we had planned. And so I was trying to keep all those things going, all those plates in the air, all those plates spinning. I mix up my expressions sometimes, sorry. I was trying to keep all those balls in the air, as if he was going to be back to help juggle them. And he wasn't. He's not. He's never coming back. He's always going to be gone. It's just me. And I have to make decisions that are going to be right for me, not decisions that are going to be right for us. And I can't go around making decisions based on what I think he would want, because he's not here. He's not the one being affected. I am. I'm the one who's being affected. And in some ways, it was devastating to really, really recognize that he was never going to come back. But in other ways, it freed me, because it just took this huge monkey off my back, that I was trying to do things. I do want him to be proud of me, and that is a big thing, but that can't be my reason for doing things. He's not here anymore, and he's not coming back. And so I have to do things that are going to work for me and are for my best, which that's another thing. It's like I've never had the opportunity to just do things for me, because I always had a husband, kids, and everything else. And that's really good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not used to doing things for me. I'm not used to taking care of myself. I realized back in January or February that I was completely falling apart physically and emotionally, because not just because Bill had died, but because I was not taking care of myself. I had gotten used to Bill taking care of me. We really, really took care of each other, but he's not here to do that anymore. And then partly also because I've always been in the position of taking care of other people, I feel like it's selfish for me to take care of myself. But the fact of the matter is, no one else is going to take care of me, because there's no one else here to do that. So I have to take care of myself. And so when the lockdown started, and we didn't really have a lockdown here in East Tennessee, but or in my part of Tennessee, East Tennessee, Monroe County, but we, you know, we were supposed to like try to stay home and stuff like that. But when that all started, I decided that I was going to cut back on some of the things that I was doing for a little while and just try to take care of myself. You know, it's like I didn't even know how to take care of myself. It was so crazy. The only thing I could think of to take care of myself was mud masks on my face, you know. And it's like, well, yeah, that's really nice, but you know, there's other things that you need to do too. And so yeah, so that was a really big deal, was realizing I have to take care of myself and I need to make the decisions for myself now. But that's been good, you know. I think that that's part of growth. It's hard when you recognize that, but it's also kind of freeing, because then you realize you don't have to do all these things. You know, like I realized at that point, you know, the house up in the mountains, I loved it, but it was really Bill's dream, and I don't have to keep that now. Am I going to sell it? I don't know. I kind of, I need to figure out if I love it for me, not just for him. And I may need to sell it, you know, just to be able to get by. It's hard to keep up the two houses. And yeah, so I don't know, but I was like feeling like if I didn't keep it, like that was like a really horrible thing. Well, it's not. I've got to figure out what's best for me. And so that's, yeah, so that's pretty big, and that's helped a lot. So there's another thing that has helped too, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. Okay, I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.